Okay, so in this video, what we are going to do is work on the different labels and show the text. And if you see, the only the first checkbox is getting highlighted, so we are going to basically fix the to do item and make it visually look proper. So first of all, let's open up to do list. This is where the rendering is happening. So first things first, I will add a key to it because it is important to have that identification in place. All right, and I'll send to do equals to do as prop. Now it will complain about this thing because I am not using I haven't declared that I'm expecting a prop to this component, so I will do that. To do, and let's just add that here. I'll destructure it. To do from this dot props, and I would like this to be part of an interface, which is the to do interface, so that I have a definition in place. So to do interface dot ts, I'll just copy the activity interface and use it as a starting point. So what all things do we have? We have description for sure. We will also take the ID because we need that for certain unique identification. So ID is not string but rather number. Okay, description is added. Then let's have user ID, which is also going to be a number. Then we have is completed, which is going to be a boolean. The next is ends at, which for now we will treat it as a string. Order is going to be a number, and then we will have two more attributes which we will send from the model. One is pending, which will be a string, and the other one will be badge, which is also a string. Okay, so what is the reason for these pending and badge? So I'll come to it. So this time, right, we have an ends at, and we will need that in all kinds of queries. However, we will need some on the fly calculation to give me this value, which is like 2 minutes, 4 hours, 1 day, 3 days, things like that. So why don't we do that? Okay, come over here. So we have this interface. I'll just import it. Right, and I'll just declare that the to do which I'm expecting is of type to do interface. Okay, now obviously I can do things like to do dot description, because the TypeScript will understand certain behaviors, but there are certain things which I need to rectify as well. For example, to do check one, and these, right, all of these are basically hard coded, but I need to make them dynamic. So I'll first cut these three, add it as like this, paste it in here. Okay, and then treat them as to do dot id. Right, so what has happened is, what I am saying is, the checkbox value, we just don't need it for now. The name will be to do and then the ID, so it will have a unique name, a unique ID, and the HTML4 will be unique as well. And now if I hit refresh, you'll see the previous problem. Refresh again, still not working, is it? Have I missed something? Let's quickly check what are the IDs and everything coming in here. Ideally, the hovering should have worked. I have an error here as well. It says to-do list needs to have a unique key, which is fine. I think I did that, right? So why is it giving me a problem? Okay, to-do list also has that same problem, is it? That should not have happened because to-do list is not iterative. This is weird. Okay, no, it says it's to do item in to do list, right? So to do list, to do item 7, right? This is fine. And okay, why don't we do one thing, just avoid confusion. I'll use the index, and this should definitely work. Is my server running? I think it went for a sleep because I did a standby on my laptop, so I think the node application just went for a sleep as well, and now it didn't restart. So let me refresh. All right, so the new changes are visible now, and I can see that the checkboxes are properly visible. Now everything says 2 minutes, and this is where we will use certain attributes in the model. One is the mutator, and then the other is append. So let me open up the model, and first of all we will create one function which is get pending attribute. So what it does is basically I'm creating a virtual attribute on the model which is called pending. Okay, it is very similar to, let's say, if I had description as why don't I change this as well? If I want the description to be entirely lowercase, right? So I can do description and return string to lower. This should be $value. Okay, and what will happen invariably is everything is lowercase, right? Because this function is being called whenever the description attribute is taken from the module. However, I want pending, and this is obviously not what I want to return back. What I am trying to do here is let's just say string equals carbon parse value, and I'll make a diff to humans. Okay, I don't know how else we can format it, so I have some quick fix, which is, see, we need in here minutes, mins. However, okay, I'll have to show you so that you can understand. Sorry. So I'll return the string. Okay, now this is an attribute which I want the model to have every time. So I do have a key called appends in which I can add this. So what I am telling Laravel is, whenever you are loading this model, right, which is the to do model, you append these attributes as well, because obviously pending and the second one, which is the badge, if you look at the interface, where is the interface? We had pending and we had badge, right? These two attributes are in the interface, but they are not in our database, right? So this is how I'm going to append them. So now if I go here, I refresh, go to the network tab, to do, you will see I have pending 1 second ago, right? And the next one, everything is 1 second ago, is it? All right, I'll have to change the series as well, but you get the point, right? It says a few seconds ago, which is not the way I want. So what we will do is have a little variety in the seeder. Okay, because everything right now is kind of looking very similar, right? So I'll go to my to do table seeder. Okay, and in here, let's just say the first one is 30 minutes, so it will give me minutes, based on the carbon formatting. The next one, let's say I do add oops add minutes, and this is 90. Okay, so what will happen is this will come as hours. Then the next is add hours 25, so it will have day. Then add days, let's just say 5. 3 was also fine, but that's okay. So it will give me days. Then I need a week, right? So let's just say add days 8, it will give me week. And the last one, let's do 33, so that it gives me a month. Okay, so I'll go to I need to basically do a PHP artisan migrate a rollback. Let me see. I think the to do table will be deleted, and then I'll create the table again, and then PHP artisan db seed and class equals to do's table seeder. And with this, now let's refresh and see what are the values which are coming. So 1 second ago, that's really strange. That is really strange, because the ends at, where is the ends at? It's 12:28:20, 11:28:20, 04:18, 04:18. All right, so let's go here. Instead of attribute value, let's just do this dot, what is that, ends at, right? Because I think what is happening is I did a mistake, which is pending the is not an attribute, so I will not get a value, right? And hence I need to say that I'm using the ends at attribute in here. So now if I refresh, we'll see 28 minutes from now. This is fine. 1 hour from now. So the first thing which I am going to do is I'll strip away the from now. So dollar string is equal to string underscore replace, right? I do from now, right? I will replace it with empty in the string, and it will return me a new string. And on that, the last thing that I want to do is string replace minutes to mins in my string. Okay, so the API will return me that. What I will do here is to do dot pending, save. It will refresh with different values: 27 minutes, 1 hour, 1 day, 4 days, 1 week, and 1 month.